Welcome to my Passion Travel channel, the channel specializing in street food and travel. Sambusa, a triangular pastry filled with spiced meat, vegetables, or lentils, similar to samosas found in other parts of the world. Here's a basic recipe for making sambusas along with the ingredients and preparation steps. Ingredients. For the dough, 2 cups, all-purpose flour, 1 2 teaspoons salt, 1 4-cup vegetable oil, 1 2-cup water. For the filling, 1 cup cooked and minced meat, such as beef, chicken, or lamb, 1 2-cup finely chopped onions, 1 2-cup finely chopped carrots, 1 2-cup frozen green peas, 2 cloves garlic, minced 1 teaspoon ginger, minced 1 teaspoon ground, cumin, 1 teaspoon ground, coriander, 1 2 teaspoon, turmeric powder, 1 2 teaspoon, chili powder, adjust to taste, salt to taste vegetable oil for frying preparation. Dough. In a large mixing bowl, combine the flour and salt. Gradually add the vegetable oil to the flour mixture, rubbing it in with your fingertips until the mixture resembles breadcrumbs. Slowly add the water, a little at a time, and knead until you have a smooth and pliable dough. Cover the dough with a damp cloth and let it rest for about 30 minutes. Filling. Heat some oil in a pan over medium heat. Add the chopped onions and cook until translucent. Add the minced garlic and ginger and sauté for another minute. Add the minced meat to the pan and cook until browned. Stir in the chopped carrots, green peas, ground cumin, ground coriander, turmeric powder, chili powder, and salt. Cook for a few more minutes until the vegetables are tender and the spices are well incorporated. Remove from heat and let the filling cool down. Assembly. Divide the dough into small balls about the size of a walnut. On a lightly floured surface, roll out each ball of dough into a thin circle, approximately 6 inches in diameter. Place a spoonful of the cooled filling in the center of each dough circle. Fold one edge of the dough over the filling to form a triangle. Press the edges firmly to seal the sambusa. Repeat with the remaining dough and filling. Frying. Heat vegetable oil in a deep frying pan over medium heat. Carefully place the sambusas in the hot oil, a few at a time, making sure not to overcrowd the pan. Fry the sambusas until they are golden brown and crispy on all sides, turning occasionally. Once cooked, remove the sambusas from the oil and drain them on paper towels to remove excess oil. Brochettes. Grilled skewers of meat, typically beef or goat, seasoned with spices and served with a side of spicy sauce. Brochettes are a popular street food in Congo and many other parts of the world. They are essentially skewers of grilled meat, typically beef or goat, seasoned with spices and sometimes accompanied by vegetables. Here's a simple recipe along with the ingredients and preparation steps. Ingredients: 1 pound, 450 g, beef or goat meat, cut into cubes, 1 onion, finely chopped 2 cloves garlic, minced 2 tablespoons vegetable oil, 1 teaspoon paprika, 1 teaspoon ground cumin, 1 2 teaspoon ground coriander, 1 2 teaspoon ground black pepper, salt to taste. Wooden skewers, soaked in water for 30 minutes. Preparation. In a mixing bowl, combine the chopped onion, minced garlic, vegetable oil, paprika, ground cumin, ground coriander, ground black pepper, and salt. Mix well to form a marinade. Add the cubed meat to the marinade, ensuring that all pieces are well coated. Cover the bowl with plastic wrap or a lid and refrigerate for at least 1 hour, or ideally overnight, to allow the flavors to develop. Once the meat has marinated, remove it from the refrigerator and let it come to room temperature. Preheat your grill or barbecue to medium-high heat. Thread the marinated meat onto the soaked wooden skewers, leaving a little space between each piece to ensure even cooking. Place the skewers on the preheated grill and cook for about 8-10 minutes, turning occasionally, until the meat is cooked to your desired level of doneness and has developed a nice char on the outside. Once cooked, remove the skewers from the grill and let them rest for a few minutes before serving. Serve the brochettes hot, optionally with grilled vegetables such as bell peppers, onions, or tomatoes, and your favorite dipping sauce or condiments. Beignets, deep-fried doughnuts sprinkled with powdered sugar, sometimes filled with jam or chocolate. Beignets are a delightful treat enjoyed in Congo and many other parts of the world. These deep-fried pastries are light, fluffy, and often dusted with powdered sugar. Here's a simple recipe to make them. Ingredients: 2 cups all-purpose flour, 1 4-cup granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 4 teaspoon salt, 1 4 teaspoon ground nutmeg, 1 2-cup milk, 2 large eggs, 2 tablespoons unsalted butter, melted vegetable oil for frying powdered sugar, for dusting instructions. In a large mixing bowl, whisk together the flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, and ground nutmeg until well combined. In another bowl, whisk together the milk, eggs, and melted butter until smooth. Gradually pour the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients, stirring until a smooth batter forms. Be careful not to overmix. Heat vegetable oil in a deep fryer or large pot to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius. Using a spoon or cookie scoop, carefully drop spoonfuls of batter into the hot oil, frying in batches to avoid overcrowding the pot. Fry the beignets for 2-3 minutes on each side, or until they are golden brown and puffed up. Use a slotted spoon or tongs to transfer the cooked beignets to a plate lined with paper towels to drain excess oil. While still warm, dust the beignets generously with powdered sugar. Serve the beignets warm and enjoy them as a delicious snack or dessert. Chapati, thin, unleavened flatbread, typically made from wheat flour, served with various toppings or fillings. Chapati is a type of unleavened flatbread that originates from the Indian subcontinent, but is also popular in Congo and many other countries. It's made from whole wheat flour, water, and salt, and it's typically cooked on a hot griddle or skillet. Here's a simplified version of the preparation process. Mixing the dough. In a large bowl, combine whole wheat flour with a pinch of salt. Gradually add water while kneading until you form a smooth, pliable dough. Let the dough rest for about 15-30 minutes, covered with a cloth. Dividing and rolling. Divide the rested dough into small balls, roughly the size of a golf ball. Roll each ball into a thin, round disc using a rolling pin and a lightly floured surface. Aim for a thickness similar to that of a tortilla. Cooking the chapati. Heat a griddle or skillet over medium-high heat. Place a rolled-out chapati onto the hot griddle and cook for about 30 seconds to 1 minute on each side, or until bubbles start to form and the chapati develops golden brown spots. Press down gently with a spatula to help it cook evenly. Applying oil or ghee, optional. For added flavor and texture, you can brush the cooked chapati with a little oil or clarified butter, ghee, while it's still hot. This step is optional, but can enhance the taste of the chapati. Stacking and serving. Repeat the cooking process with the remaining dough balls, stacking the cooked chapatis on a plate as you go. Serve the chapatis warm with your favorite curry, stew, or side dish. Pili Pili. Grilled or fried spicy chicken, often served with fried plantains or chips. To make Pili Pili sauce, you will need the following ingredients: 10-15 fresh Pili Pili chili peppers. Adjust according to your desired level of spiciness. 3 cloves of garlic, minced 1/4 cup white vinegar, 1/4 cup olive oil, salt to taste instructions. Begin by washing the Pili Pili peppers thoroughly under running water. Remove the stems from the peppers. If you prefer a milder sauce, you can deseed the peppers. Keep in mind that most of the heat in chili peppers comes from the seeds and membranes. In a blender or food processor, combine the Pili Pili peppers, minced garlic, white vinegar, and a pinch of salt. Blend the ingredients until you achieve a smooth paste. If the mixture is too thick, you can add a little more vinegar or oil to reach your desired consistency. With the blender running, gradually drizzle in the olive oil until it is fully incorporated into the sauce. Taste the sauce and adjust the seasoning if necessary, adding more salt if desired. Transfer the Pili Pili sauce to a clean jar or bottle with a tight-fitting lid. Store the sauce in the refrigerator for up to a few weeks. The flavors will continue to develop over time.